Hi, everyone. So today I'm going to be talking about my philosophy of leisure essay and basically what leisure and recreation means to me. So, in order to fully explain what leisure and recreation means to me, I first had to answer a few questions. The first being, what does leisure mean? And the second being, what do I believe about it? According to the textbook, leisure means free time or use of it for enjoyment. I used to believe that until we moved further along into this course and we read The Evolution of Leisure by Goodale and Godby, and just kind of understanding a different perspective on it. Um, I grasped onto the concept that leisure is not simply free time or what you do with it, it's a state of being or a condition of man. I personally believe that leisure is the sense of being free from exterior stressors, such as your job, school, or other life obligations that leave your mind imprisoned with burden. It's far more than time off work, it's time that helps you escape the harsh reality of life. That frame of mind that kind of lands you in the realm of calmness, relaxation, free from pressure and anxiety. In the book, I believe it's chapter one, it says it's not fully realizable. It's like leisure is not fully realizable. And that concept kind of stuck with me because when you think about it, if you believe that leisure is just free time, then you're in your free time and you're just kind of chilling, but you feel so good, but you don't realize that what you're doing is causing you leisure. It's causing you to feel that leisurely feeling, if you will, and you don't realize that it's the feeling and not the time. It's, whatever recreational activity you may be doing to help you feel that way, you don't realize that that is leisure. It's not just the free open time that you have. So I thought that that concept is cool. To me, leisure is my escape from the less enjoyable things in life. It's a time where my compulsions are at a minimum. It's my perceived freedom, a state of mind constructed with unobligated time, basically. Recreation, to me, however, is a refreshment or recreation of said things that produce the leisure state of mind. Recreation to me is an activity done to help me unwind and kind of place me in that space of peace that you feel leisure. For example, reading a good book, watching a good show, having thought provoking conversations, hanging with family, doing my makeup, praying, watching sermons, all those things are activities that help me be like that, put me in that space. Um, I'm going to now share my screen so that you can see my model and I can explain it. Let's see. So this is my model. At the bottom, you can see it says free time, and it kind of points upward to these boxes here. And these boxes are all recreational activities. And this is pointing at this one, but it's meant to like represent all of them. So it's just a few examples, but watching shows and movies, praying, hanging with family and friends, doing my makeup, working out, all of these are recreational activities that then lead to a certain state of mind, which same thing here, pointing at all of them. And these are examples of the state of mind that would kind of leave you in that leisure realm. So happy, peace, relaxed, content, free, that's a big one. And all of these states of mind are pointing up to leisure. So this is kind of my philosophy and or representation of leisure. So yeah, coming to this realization wasn't easy. To my understanding, things were very base level when it came to leisure. I first kind of pondered on the little free time that I have, and I realized that I do many things within it, such as watching shows, catching up on work, doing homework, cleaning up, reading. It's kind of a mix of fun things and a mix of obligated things. And so, kind of after realizing that, even though half those things were obligations based on the textbook definition, that would still be leisure. This is because I would be off work and not exactly forced to do those things that, you know, are necessary or like what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of like things that are of work, obligation. I wouldn't be forced to do those things, but I'd still be doing them. So the conundrum of it all is that if leisure were just free time, then technically you could still be doing overwhelming tasks by choice in that period of time. when in reality, leisure is a state of mind. And so if I'm doing these obligated tasks in my free time, then I'm not really having that leisure that I'm talking about. So I then dove deeper and realized that obviously it can't just be free time. It must be time that makes you feel unobliged, free from tension, at peace, all of that. This understanding led me to examine more carefully what makes me feel the way in which I've described above. So, in order to understand and explain my philosophy of leisure, I had to first understand my philosophy. And by that, I mean I had to ask myself a few questions. So, what does it mean to believe? To have an attitude that something is the case, right? What is real? Things that are actually existing and happening, whether visible or not. How do we come to know these things? By experiences, whether physical or spiritual. What is valued? To me, that would be God, moral code, family, friends, relationships. All of these questions needed to be answered to lead me back to leisure, because if you understand your philosophy, then you understand why you do things. And therefore explaining what has shaped your leisure activities through past and present experiences. The reasons behind what makes you feel at ease lie in the crevice of your beliefs. So that is kind of why I had to figure out what my philosophy is through those questions, and what I believe and hold dear that help me feel at ease in those moments, that kind of explain why those certain recreational activities make me feel at ease, make me feel that leisure state of mind. I've always had a rough schedule, being a collegiate athlete and a full-time student. It made sure that I was like thin on free time. So with that being said, leisure had to be adopted somehow within the mix of my exhausting schedule. Therefore, I had to find peace in the little things. Leisure had to kind of be brought down to a practical level. My state of mind had to figure out like a safe haven, regardless of the time or place that I was in, or environment. I didn't have like sunset beach in Dubai to kind of just escape to. Obviously, none of us really do. But 10 minutes alone with a motivational video, 5 minutes of prayer, a good laugh at study hall with my teammates. Those were leisurely activities, but they were little pockets of peace that I could keep with me, that put me in that state of mind. The aim for these pockets of peace is to basically replicate the concept that leisure is a state of mind. Um, Whatever can help you escape freely, feeling full of peace and even joy. Leisure can't just be non-work if not all non-work is leisure. Um, but with that being said, my philosophy of leisure is that it's a psychological experience, freely chosen and done for its own sake. It affects our emotions, our mental health, even our physical health, depending on what you do. I find peace in the little things while also recognizing the moments that leave me feeling unchained to the thoughts of duty. It's a state of being easy on the soul, freeing to the mind. So that is my philosophy of leisure. It's more than free time.